Okay, so thank you very much. I'm to give Dr. Kaur's apologies. She had to unfortunately duck out, but it was lovely to have her here with us today. And I am very excited to introduce the researchers to you next. So it has been a little while in the making. I did want to, just before I do that, give you a quick idea of how we actually came up with these research strategic priorities and who was involved in that. So we were invited to run a workshop to sort of kick off the process because WAARC does have sort of 6 members who have sort of strong research skills and policy skills in this area. So in September last year, we convened a workshop of about 40 people and they came from, in fact, there's a lot of people in this room who are actually present in that workshop, and I do acknowledge those people. It was a really great process to be part of. So those stakeholders came from across agricultural industries, state and local government, and also our researchers from WA universities as well. So the idea of the workshop and its purpose was to develop collaborative initiatives and potential research to facilitate PSHB control in WA and to minimise its impact to agriculture. So of course at the time we were in the middle of the eradication response, and we did always want to ensure that any research was also going to be relevant to a potential change in that policy setting. So that was certainly part of that discussion and was part of coming up with these research themes as well. So in terms of the research themes, we did work very hard during that day. We also remained focused on getting, some agreed themes in place. The first of those was the host pathogen, pest, environment and their interactions, because obviously we've got a beetle, we've got a fungus that is perhaps a little bit different to the one that occurs overseas, and we wanted to test those in our environment and to understand those interactions a whole lot better as well. So the second theme there was innovative control strategies, so looking at biological and chemical control. And the third one was to look at new approaches to improve the detection and surveillance efficiency and success. So those being our 3 priority research themes, we then ran a pretty rapid process, so a 2-stage process of EOIs and then a full proposal that was completed in February this year. We announced the funded projects in June and we expect those projects to commence in August as soon as contracting is completed. So the result of that work is that we now have 3 high-quality collaborative projects that address those key strategic areas. The criteria that we used, we wanted to obviously create actionable insights and address the critical questions and gaps that we had. Needed to be scalable and to have lasting impact beyond the funding period. We wanted to also engage in capability building, so to make sure that we've got PhDs and postdocs who are building that research capability into the future. The research projects also had their own adoption and extension plan that was embedded into that, so ensuring that the findings would be shared. And of course, one of the key sort of concepts that WAARC is involved in is, collaboration, obviously. So we needed at least 3 members involved in each project. So we do have the 3 leads in the room today. I'm super excited to introduce them and so that they can actually tell you more about the research itself. So just again, if you wanted to engage with the panel Q&A after this, please feel free to either use that QR code or the app, or you can go to slido.com, create a log on, it's very quick, and use that number there. So maybe just take a photo of that slide so that you've got the connection number with you, 178 7593, and we'll be able to engage with that in the panel just after we hear from the presenters. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Associate Professor Theo Evans from the University of WA. Theodore Evans is an entomologist who works on wood-eating and soil-dwelling species, including termites, wood borers, ants, and dung beetles. He has more than 30 years of research experience, mostly at CSIRO, the National University of Singapore, and the University of Western Australia. He has field experience in an amazing number of countries, over 20 countries, particularly Australia, Fiji, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, South Africa, and the USA. So he has extensive experience with integrated pest management, including chemical, biological, physical, and cultural controls, and he's worked with multiple industry partners. So a warm welcome to you, Theo.